Hey, you guys, Coach Liz here. All right, this month, as you know, we're talking about metabolic health and how important that is to be aware of how to be metabolically healthy. It really sets you up for your long-term success. One key thing about metabolic health is muscle. Now, we all need to be focusing on muscle. It's not just to be able to lift heavy things and look better, it is actually the building blocks of your body. Your muscle really helps to regulate your blood sugar, which in correlation helps with inflammation, hormone balance, also helps to provide nutrients to your cells. When you have muscle, it stores nutrition and it stores all of the building blocks to help your whole body run better. So, how can we build muscle? It's not just about lifting heavy weights. It's actually about how we are feeding our muscle. So, after we work out, it's important that we have enough muscle so that your muscle can rebuild. So, when you lift weights, you're actually breaking down muscle. You're making tears in your muscle. And by providing the right nutrition, your muscles actually repair and build bigger. So, although cardio is great for your cardiovascular health, it's not the way that you build muscle. You actually have to do resistance training. That can be with body weights or with weights itself. But that's an important part of building muscle. So, how do we feed our muscle? How do we create muscle protein synthesis? Muscle protein synthesis happens in four ways, and we're going to talk about those. And that's actually how it's the process of repairing and building muscle. Now, the way that we can activate muscle protein synthesis is, first of all, lifting some heavy weights. That's how we activate muscle protein synthesis. And this actually stays activated for 24 to even 78 hours if you are a new lifter. If you are a seasoned lifter, then that might just be up to like 8 hours that you have muscle protein synthesis. So actually doing some weightlifting a couple, 2 to 3 times a week helps your body create more muscle protein synthesis throughout the week. So number one, lift some heavy weights. All right, as far as nutrition goes, there's three things that are key to activating muscle protein synthesis. The first way is by having a good quality protein powder. I love this one. It's what I use every day. I make it as hot cocoa, but having about 25 grams of a good protein source, and it has to be high quality. There's a lot of protein powders that have a lot of fillers. Maybe they're not third-party tested, so it's not regulated what's going in it. You actually have to have the right amount of essential amino acids in your protein powder to create that muscle protein synthesis. So get a good quality protein powder. It's a great way to just get the protein you need after a workout, and it just helps fill in the gaps. I usually supplement at least half of my protein in the day, and then I eat half of it. It makes it much easier to hit that goal of at least 100 ounces of protein a day to really help build and protect my muscle. The second way to activate muscle protein synthesis is by using a really good essential amino acid. Protein is made up of essential amino acids. Some of them your body makes on their own, and the rest, 9 essential amino acids, you have to get through food. And that's usually going to be through meat sources, would be a complete protein source that you get those essential amino acids. Or you can take the essential amino acids right here, like this, in a powder, but you have to have the right ratio. So don't just go on Amazon and order some essential amino acids because most likely they won't even activate muscle protein synthesis. The right ratio, you need a 4:1 ratio, and you need leucine to be the highest. So this has 3,500 milligrams of leucine. That actually like turns on the light switch to activate that muscle protein synthesis. So a good essential amino acid actually just absorbs right in your muscle. You don't have to digest it and wait for your body to use it. It actually just gets to work, and you need to drink it all within 15 minutes to help activate that muscle protein synthesis. So this is something I do every day, whether I'm working out or not, because it activates that muscle protein synthesis for about 3 hours. Same with the protein powder. It will activate it for about 3 hours. So if you space them out, you're actually triggering that muscle protein synthesis more times during the day than if you stack them together. So I like to space it at least 3 hours apart, having my essential amino acids, my protein powder, and then the third way that you can activate muscle protein synthesis is by eating whole foods. So eating about 25 to 40 grams of protein in a meal within 15 minutes will activate that muscle protein synthesis. But it needs to be a good quality protein. So make sure that you're getting some whole food like chicken, beef, fish, seafood, all of those. You can even use vegetarian options like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. Those, enough of that protein will help stimulate that muscle protein synthesis. So those are the 4 ways to stimulate muscle protein synthesis: by resistance training, lifting heavy where it's actually breaking down your muscle, also a good quality protein powder, or a good essential amino acid, or the fourth way is by 25 to about 35 or 40 grams of whole food protein source. All done within 15 minutes. When you're ingesting it, it will activate that muscle protein synthesis, and spacing it at least 3 hours apart so that you can activate it several times a day. So here's my challenge for you. I challenge you to consciously activate muscle protein synthesis. Let's start with 3 times a day. That could be a serving of an essential amino acid, a good quality whey protein powder, and at least one meal that you're getting 25 to 30 grams of protein in that one meal. That will activate it 3 times a day. Now, if you added a workout in, or another protein source during the day, maybe you do 2 servings or 2 meals, that would activate it even more. What if you could be activating muscle protein synthesis all day long? Your muscles will be building and repairing and really setting you up for long-term success. So let's start with 3 times a day, consciously activating muscle protein synthesis. And then in between those meals, if you have a balanced snack that will help keep your blood sugar balanced. So I love the Optavia fuelings in between the meals. That just keeps your blood sugar balanced so that your body is not ever turning on that fat storage hormone of insulin. It just keeps it more balanced and your body's just burning throughout the day. So if you want to see better results with your weight loss, but overall general health, let's get started with paying attention to muscle protein synthesis. All right, have a good day.